Time for an American Family News Update. I'm Bronson Woodruff. Donald Trump is scheduled to take the stage today at the Republican National Convention to accept his party's nomination again and give his first speech since the weekend assassination attempt in Pennsylvania that cut off his speech there. Trump's address is the scheduled conclusion for the four-day convention in Milwaukee. He appeared each of the first 3 days with a white bandage on his ear. New details have been revealed in Trump's attempted assassination, Fox's David Spunt reports.
The rangefinder that the shooter Thomas Crooks had, according to a law enforcement source, was a golf rangefinder, and he was not considered a suspect. He was merely a person of interest. This, according to someone with the Secret Service. He was a person of interest until he got on the roof. He, quote, retrieved the weapon. That's when he became a suspect. We asked about the word retrieve. Does that mean that he hid the weapon there before? The source had to go, hung up the phone. We've talked to many people who were in the briefings by the Secret Service and FBI. The Secret Service knew about some sort of threat, at least before Trump took the stage, and still allowed him to take the stage.
This comes as Secret Service Director Kimberly Cheadle is set to testify before Congress next week about the Secret Service's handling of the situation. She recently admitted in an interview that their performance was, quote, unacceptable. Democrats who are worried about President Biden's ability to win this November are making a renewed push for him to reconsider his election bid. They're using mountains of data, frank conversations, and now his own time off the campaign trail after testing positive for COVID. Biden has insisted he is not backing down, adamant that he is the candidate who beat Republican Donald Trump before, and that he will do it again this year. But publicly and privately, key Democrats are sending signals of concern, and some hope that he will assess the trajectory of the race and his legacy during this few days' pause. A federal appeals court on Wednesday refused to lift a judge's order temporarily blocking the Biden administration's new Title IX rule meant to give special status for LGBTQ+ students. That order blocked the new rule in 6 states: Kentucky, Indiana, Ohio, Tennessee, Virginia, and West Virginia, though similar legal fights are taking place in Republican-led states across the country. A 3-judge panel of the Sixth Circuit said in its majority ruling, quote, as we see it, the district court likely concluded correctly that the rule's definition of sex discrimination exceeds the department's authority. And the department they're referencing there is the U.S. Education Department. Kentucky Attorney General Russell Coleman hailed the latest ruling as a, quote, a victory for common sense. And that'll do it for this American Family News Update. Thanks for watching. You can also be sure and keep an eye on AFN.net for much more news from a Christian perspective. I'm Bronson Woodruff.